Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sinead Says podcast. We have a very important update for the Sinead Says podcast and a very important guest today. So, welcoming my best friend, Gemma Kennedy.
Hi, guys.
Hello. So, first of all, today is going to be a little catch up with you because I feel like you've been off the grid for about a year and a half.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on, hey?
There's been a lot going on. And I didn't even bother asking her to come on the podcast because I just knew it wasn't happening.
It wasn't appropriate.
No, it wasn't happening. So now she's went through all her lessons, all the things she needs to go through right now, and she's kind of at a nice little point in her life and
ready to open up.
Yeah, but we first have to tell you that I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, right? And I think that I was really worried. I was actually sitting with, I think it was Tara the other day, and I was like, I'm really worried that I don't think I'm going to be able to produce like self-development podcasts anymore. I don't think I'm going to be able to read all the books. I'm already consuming loads of baby books and not really having that much time for studying for the podcast, because every single podcast you listen to is properly studied and I just don't know how much I'm going to do. So I'm exhausted and I kind of
called in for backup
because I feel like I need a soundboard. I feel like I want to, instead of like speaking at you, have like a more relatable conversation and I can talk about the things that I'm learning, because that's what you've done with me. You've learned with me and what you're going to learn.
Yes.
We're going to have a few different sections, but today's going to be like a
introductory.
Yeah. If you've got any names, we do have a few names that's going to what's the name of like this? Because we're going to do like 5 episodes like this where we're going to just talk about relatable stuff, what we've learned, and obviously Gemma is gonna be a mommy.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be a mommy.
Mamacita.
2 mummies, 2 geriatric teen mums.
Oh, we're not geriatric yet. It's 35.
Is it not? I think it's 30.
Babes, no, don't do that to me.
I think it's 30. I swear.
No, you have to Google that right now because
I'm Googling it. I'm telling you it is.
That's crazy to me. No, it's definitely 35. Could bet my life on it because I feel like.
Oh, you're right. 35 and over.
Exactly, guys. We are young.
We're
teen
young.
moms. We're teen moms. we're like MILFs, you know? I hope my son never listens to this. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to catch up with Gemma today and then we're going to have like segments, right? We have a few names for segments, but we would absolutely love your take. One of them was hormones and hot takes.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Because we could have like a little section where we talk about what we've learned in our bodies and pregnancy and being moms and just being in our age group, 30 something.
Yeah.
So we have hormone and hot takes. What are we going to call these few episodes? It was like Sinead says, but Gemma doesn't.
Oh, or Sinead and Gemma says too much.
Sinead and what was it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sinead and Gemma says too much. No, we need more.
Right.
No, we're leaving that because Sam came in here and messed up my whole. He came in here and messed up my whole room yesterday. Guess what he did yesterday?
Oh,
no, the one thing that I've asked him to do.
Sort the baby room?
No, not sort the baby room. I said the building manager keeps going mad at me because of the plant pots outside. Yes. And they're too heavy and I'm pregnant. And I said, can you do that?
Done.
One thing.
What did you do?
Again. So then nothing comes of the plant pots, but he decided to come in here and move this sofa over there.
Oh, do you know he asked me the other day, did I think that it would fit that way? And he actually came in and lay across the floor.
And I was like, he came in and lay across the floor.
Yeah, because he wanted to measure up the sofa bed. And I was like, yeah, it would definitely fit, but I didn't know why he was moving it.
It's because we obviously have to make this into a baby room, so we're trying to make sure that it's still...
Oh, you're trying to rejig the setup.
Do you know why I think it probably is?
Why?
We all know Sam can be a bit tight, and we all know that I pay extra money to have a studio in the house, so if it becomes a baby room, the rent might be split down the middle.
He's trying to save himself a pretty penny.
So he's trying to make sure that the studio can also still be a baby room, but I don't really know. So his friend's coming.
Okay.
And she needs to
stay. Okay.
But also, I'm like, can you just put it back? I have a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
But anyway, he didn't do the plant pots. I got in trouble with the landlord or with her this morning. And she went and then I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm pissed off now. And I'm this... angry.
You get the strength out of nowhere then because the rage takes over.
Your angry pregnant woman is taking these 2 really heavy plant pots, and then the building manager catches me. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I goes, no, I'm getting rid of them. He's annoying me now. He's pissed me off. Now she's going to scold him.
I'm in trouble.
Right. We're just interrupting this podcast to talk about our sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform. In this episode, me and Gemma both talk about how we use therapy. Some of the things that we are talking about today with fertility, pregnant, loss, can be really difficult when you are on your own. So it has always been so nice to have my therapist to talk to and for Gemma to have her therapist to talk to when things feel lonely. So if you would like to try therapy, you can get 10% off your first month with betterhelp.com/Sinead. That is betterhelp.com/Sinead. Anyway, are we ready to dive into the life of Gemma Kennedy?
Well, let's get into it.
So if anyone doesn't know Gemma, Gemma is my best friend, and she is also in the same space as me. We're both content creators and basically got married.
I got married.
Let's go back to the start. Right? We never even had you on to talk about the hen.
Debrief. Oh yeah, we didn't even do the hen or wedding or nothing.
Like it was just, it was a bit of a whirlwind.
Life just became a bit chaotic, to be honest. When I came back to Australia, I really struggled post-wedding, and obviously there was just a lot going on all at once. Like my whole life just, I don't know, felt like it was just completely upside down. And then obviously my dad took sick, and that was just absolutely horrendous. That felt like, I don't know, my whole world was just ripped from under me. Like as a whole family, we were all in the same position, and it just added to a lot of stress on my own body, which obviously didn't help any fertility problems that I was having.
We're going to go into as well.
But there's a lot to delve into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if we touch back on that mental health section, because that was a lot. Remember when I came back?
You know, guys, I will talk about this, right? So your wedding was obviously the first time, you've been in the space for a long time, but you've never experienced negativity that much, right? I've experienced it, and I've had my first experience when I was really young and had the trolling and had all the stuff. So I was really well equipped, but I've been through that years prior to where it's your first experience of complete negativity, judgment, people comment and everything. When you have a wedding, people obviously want to comment on things, and they want to start rumors, and they want to do all this stuff, right? People make up stuff, and they make up stuff all the time. I think we're going to have to do an episode on all the stuff that we've heard about ourselves.
Yeah.
We said we were going to do that one day.
All day.
Because we just don't know what's happening. But anyway, I didn't really know it was affecting Gemma, because Gemma's quite positive, and she's like, fuck it, no, whatever. And I actually seen you go on your honeymoon, everything was fine, blah, blah, blah. And whatever. So obviously when all that negativity was coming your way, and you felt a lot of judgment, and a lot of people just passing judgment anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, if you send it to your friends and then they reply, we see it.
Yeah, accidentally send it.
Because you're not the kind of person that's going to come on and be like, hey guys, let's address this. Because
no, never. But also I'm like, because that's what they fucking want you to do. So,
but also it's ridiculous. And let's sort that out. I think for me, I always think I address things really easily on the podcast, because it's not really you're coming on your story with a big statement. You're just LOL that someone said that about me, and you can just move on past it. I wasn't really aware of what it was that was weighing on you. Gemma's quite
private.
Yeah, but she has to swear now. She can't be private because she's on the pod.
I know.
Do you want to do a
swear? A declaration?
Or should we do a declaration? Right, hold on. Oh, guys, we're getting laws of human nature. Right? It's
no,
the law of human nature. I, Gemma, declare
what?
That I will be an open book on this pod.
Oh, I will be an open book on this pod.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I am open now. I just think, whenever you're in the midst of going through a lot of shit, I don't know, it's so easy to just close up and just turn off. And that's exactly what I done. I just literally took the biggest step back from everything, even social media and everything. And yeah, I know, unfortunately.
And me. Guys, we went into her house.
These guys used to just rock up to my house.
We had a key to her house, and we would drag her out of bed, because a mixture of wedding blues, do you know what I think as well? You came back, wedding blues. It was kind of in between going back to work while I go back to work, trying for a baby, all this stuff, and you were kind of lacking purpose, and
absolutely,
you had such a big purpose with the wedding.
I think I just was like, oh, frick everything then. Like, this is just,
I don't want to do this anymore.
This is just too much, yeah. I feel like I was getting myself back. Like, obviously I went to the doctors and was going to therapy and doing all those kind of bits to sort out my own mental health. And then I almost feel like everything happened for a reason to like equip me then for
which is mad,
the next
because like obviously, right, Gemma was going through this hard time. Me and obviously Sinead were all best friends, and we were so worried about Gemma prior to her dad getting sick. And we obviously were going into your house, like I remember I met you one day. I finally got you out of the house and I met you in Coogee, and you goes to me, I haven't been out of my house since Saturday. Like, and I was just like, oh my God, like it's so emotional thinking about it, because I was like, she hadn't been out of the house, she hadn't been doing her normal things, like going for walks, going to the gym. Like, she didn't have any motivation. She was just like, it was just flat, it was dead. And also when you met her, she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to talk about how she was feeling. And it was such a hard time
for you as a friend.
And like, obviously we just were pestering her. Like, hey, what are you doing today? Hey, what are you doing? Like,
which was really nice though as well. Like, it was nice to have that support system, and obviously you was like helped me through so much as well, which was amazing.
Yeah, like we knew we were annoying you, but like
you were there with intent.
Yeah, but you also were quite closed, and then when you opened up, it was just easier.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to let us in.
Yeah, I know. But now you're so in. You're too far.
Well, I was already in, but like you were just not letting us like kind of dive in.
Yeah, I think it's because I always just had such a like positive, radiant energy about me, and then to not have that, like I just felt like I was such a burden to my friends. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I felt like, why would anybody want to be around me whenever I was feeling that low?
Yeah, but that really upsets me, because obviously you've been around me when I'm low, and you're the one like, let's sort this out, let's do this, like what do we need to do? And like we're meant to be there through those things, but it was like you were ashamed of what you were going through. But you don't need to be ashamed, because life's ups and downs. Everything up until now, like obviously I always say to Jen, I was like, God, she's never had a heartbreak because she's been with her partner. Obviously it just
everything then happened sort of just all at once. The fertility journey started. Like I just don't even know where to go next.
What happened next after the wedding blues was like you were still in those wedding blues, and then the news about your dad came.
Yeah, so the news about my dad absolutely completely turned my world upside down. Like there's no other way to put that. It absolutely devastated me, and it devastated my whole family. And I just wanted to be at home. Like I didn't even want to be in Australia. I just was like, I just need to be home. I need to support them through this. And yeah, like, I don't know. It
was like something just shifted in you. Like, obviously it was the hardest time, and like, obviously we came and met you one day, and I was like,
thought I was going to tell you
I thought she's telling us her pregnant. It's the middle of the day. Niall's off work. Like, she wants us to come in there, and she just came running towards us in the middle of the street and just crying. And oh my God. And I'll never forget that day, me and Sinead being so worried because you were already really low.
Yeah.
And like thinking, oh my God, we were so afraid. But also one person needed to be strong in your family and be the little light that was coming back. And that's whenever you just kind of came out of whatever, like, you came out of something.
Yeah, I did. I just was like, right, this is my time to just shine for the rest of them, and just sort of like pick my shit up, and let's just get going and be that sort of energy and light that they needed at that moment. But obviously me and Niall were still going through like our stuff at that time as well, and trying to have a baby in amongst it. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to go home here and I'm going to tell them that I'm pregnant, and it's just going to be this amazing thing, and I'm going to be able to, almost give this gift to my family, because everybody's so like depressed and down right now. And yeah, it just, obviously things did not work out that way. And looking back now, I totally see why. Like my body was completely out of whack whenever I first heard about my dad, like TMI, but I lost my ovulation and everything. It was just, yeah, my body was under so much stress. My hormones were completely all over the place, and I just needed to sort my own self out, because I knew that my body would never well, even though I was still trying, I kind of know now that my body was never going to sustain a pregnancy whenever the hormones were just so off.
Yeah. But like going back to where, did you get your eggs tested prior to this, or was it in the middle of trying?
No, I had the eggs tested and the eggs came back. The AHM level was 4. Yes, that's what happened as well. Guys,
forgot about that. But the thing about having a low AHM is that if everything's in a line, you can still it's still like pregnancy can still happen, but it's just at that point that nothing was also aligned because of the stress on your body as well.
Yeah, that's it too. I was getting all my bloods done and just trying to get myself back to a place of, right, I need to completely settle my nervous system here and just start focusing on myself and trying to get my body prepped to hold a pregnancy. And obviously it took a lot longer than what we ever thought. Like you're taught growing up.
How long was it now? A year?
Yeah.
Over a year?
Yeah.
So when you came back, basically after you got married, you were just trying. So
then, but I think it's because you just grew up with this narrative of you're going to have sex once without contraception and you're just going to get pregnant. And I know that is so true for a lot of people. Like some people are super fertile, but I just think it's not the reality for a lot. So
I know. And like, you know, in terms of like getting all those tests, we like both spoke about like wishing that we got tested earlier in our lives.
Oh yeah, but for sure. I just feel as though it's not really spoken about enough. People in their 20s should be going and getting those tests done for sure, just to sort of know what your options are for if you're planning to have a family or looking at freezing eggs or what your options are. I just think knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
And also like it's so random as well, like that, you know, like we always thought like Gemma was going to be the one that she never has any problems. Like me and Sinead are crying over their periods, like I'm like got endo, and then I was like, and then we were trying to get pregnant together. Obviously it was our plan, and we both started, and then I got pregnant, but then obviously lost that baby, and then you were going on a new path, and I was like, wait for me. And we were trying to
it was such a weird thing to try navigate, because like obviously we'd done an amazing job at it, but it was just funny because in the beginning, like we just had this dream and it was like, oh my goodness, we're going to get pregnant together. We're just going to click our fingers and everything's going to be fine. We're going to raise these babies. And then with each passing month, it was like, okay, there's another hurdle. No. And then obviously everything with the miscarriage and all too, it just was, honestly, we just really went through the ringer there for a while.
We were in and out. we were really in and out.
Starting to lose hope.
I know. So, and then I always had hope, and I just knew, like obviously as well, like I deal with people that have problems with their nervous system. Like my job really is to help people's nervous system. So, and Gemma's, and people come to meditation and come to those sort of things because their nervous system was out of whack and they've already went too far. And it's usually like, this is the first time I've ever seen her nervous system out of whack. I know when my nervous system's out of whack now. I'm so aware of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I was watching her, couldn't drink a sip of coffee because she was shaking.
Oh my God, yeah. I like, whenever I came back to Australia, post being home, tending to my daddy and stuff, I had a cup of coffee and I had a full-on panic attack. It was crazy.
Yeah, because your nervous system's already out of whack. So like I would already notice that already. Say for example, I was going through something and I felt really jittery or whatever. I'd be like, right, time to do my yoga, time to do meditation, time to do the stuff and bring it down. Whereas you'd never experienced that. So you just kept going. Yeah. You just kept going. Well, I can't have coffee. Yeah. There's no, we need to bring it down, Jen.
Yes, I know.
We need to bring it down. And like, you know, you were jittery. And I goes, well, how's the sleep?
Well, they're non-existent. I was waking at like 3 a.m. It was crazy. I was so out of whack. It was just such a stressing time on my body. But then I feel like when I came back in at the end of January, I went back and done more testing then with the doctor, with more bloods and getting more hormones and everything tested. And then that's like really whenever we were like, right, we're going to like implement some things here and just like really get serious. And a couple of months went by and still nothing was happening. And the doctor was like tracking me each cycle anyway, and just like giving me a heads up what my progesterone was at, what my estrogen was at. And she just got to a point, she said, look, Gemma, I think you're going to have to go to see a specialist, see if we're doing it with a fertility doctor. So she gave me a referral. She gave me a referral letter then for the fertility clinic, and we just booked in. Me and you went together.
They thought we were a couple.
They thought we were a couple.
She's like, where's the guy was like, where's Nam? We're like, oh, we never told him to come.
We never told him to come. Nal was at work.
I was like, you don't need Nals. It's fine.
So Sinead was sitting there pregnant at my IVF appointment, and the woman was like, oh, you aren't a couple.
Was I pregnant then?
Yeah.
Was I? Right. Okay. And then, yeah, I remember you getting like a million tests on. We were like, because
Oh my God, yeah.
obviously they're like, why is your MH low? So they were trying to find that reason.
The root
as well.
cause, yeah.
They never found.
They never find any root cause of it. Sometimes it's just unexplained, I guess.
Which also shows the state of women's health. Because I was like to her, like, obviously I was asking her a million questions. It's like, well, what can we do to, like, make sure they don't go down any further?
Yeah.
Like, what can we do? And she was like, well, they don't really do that much research on women's health, of course. So it's not really like a massive. I think there was one thing she said, and that was smoking.
Yeah, no, the same, like,
vaping.
no smoking, no drinking, no. What else did she say? She gave me some supplements and stuff like that to take. She said, like, but the thing is, I was already doing this stuff, because if you're in a fertility journey, you know that you just go down this complete rabbit hole of trying every remedy possible to get pregnant. So a lot of them I was already doing.
laughing at the same remedy?
Yeah, that is one, to be fair. That is one. I actually, do you know what? I wrote some down because I was like, I'm never.
Oh my God, of the funny things.
Yeah, of the remedies. Some of them's like outrageous, and some of them's not so outrageous. So she sent me off. Right, this was prior to going to her. This is what I was doing. I was eating pomegranates till they were coming out of my ears and drinking beetroot juice. I was using the Pre-Seed and Conceive Plus, which is like a fertility lube. And let me tell you, I thought that was the answer to all my prayers, because I was like, but it's just a lube.
Oh, okay.
I was like, surely that's going to just, you see all these success stories and you just think everything's related to you. So I was taking the COQ10 myself, and then I was taking baby aspirin.
Oh, yeah.
I was taking the Mucinex, which is like a chesty cough remedy, because they say sometimes it's because the mucus is too thick. So if you're taking the tablets for a chesty cough, it's thinning the mucus everywhere.
Okay.
No, honestly,
Are these from the doctor or are these from TikTok?
No. This is what I was trying prior to the doctor.
Oh, okay.
I was taking prenatals for about a year and a half.
Yeah, there was so much vitamins inside her.
Ovulation strips, which, I never once had a
Smiley face as
Never
well.
was waiting on the smiley face. Never got
You were like, oh, maybe there's something wrong.
I was thinking I got the dodgy ones. No, I just lost my ovulation. Cutting out alcohol, baby dancing like crazy. And then I think the craziest one is post baby dancing, putting in a menstrual cup and trying to keep it close to the cervix.
I'm not even joking. This girl went on a flight to Ireland with a fucking... What do you call it? A cervical cup?
No, it was just the menstrual cup. But now they're actually, do you know they've made them now that you can get them for your cervix? It's like an actual thing. We shouldn't be laughing, because I know that people's going to be trying this. But like, it didn't
was
work.
like, I ain't got to keep it on the whole flight. I was like, what are we doing here? I was like, babes, are we, is this from the doctor or is this from TikTok?
No, that was all from TikTok. Right. So yes, the menstrual cup to keep it in. But like, honestly, anybody that's in the midst of the journey will know that you will just do anything. You're going to do anything to try and get the baby, aren't you?
I know. And you know what? It's like crazy, right? Because what you've went through is different. You've went through a year of writing.
Lucky Niall.
Like, can I just say, when we were trying the first time, right? We were obviously doing the 10 days, on the cycle.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, the first time, you're like, oh my God, so romantic. Let's put the candles on. We're going to make a baby. Oh my God, by the 10th day, you're just like, right, hurry up. Sounds like really again. I'm like, babes, you better get going.
Niall is just like, oh, bless him though. He's been a good sport.
But Niall was loving life. Like, I honestly didn't think that Sal would be sick of sex. Like, I just thought that, like, I just thought like men would just really enjoy it, but he's like, again, I'm like,
let's go.
it really is.
There's
like,
nothing like somebody on ovulation, a woman on ovulation.
I know. And then it just becomes like really like, it doesn't become romantic. I thought it was going to be really romantic, but that it's not. Did you find it was like at the end of your ovulation, like you're like, oh, fuck.
I mean, I definitely felt like you're trying not to make it like this chore or this thing, aren't you? You're trying to just do things to not make it seem as if you're riding with a reason.
Yeah. Riding with a reason. Name of the app.
But that's just kind of what it is. And it does get to that. But yeah, so obviously I don't know. But you know what? The hard truth. We got there.
We got there, but there was a lot of negative tests.
Oh, I actually had this love-hate relationship with pregnancy tests. So I would just wait and just wait sometimes for my period to come. And then like towards the end, wouldn't I? I would just be like, I can't even bother taking a test. Like I just know my period's gonna come because I could nearly just tell. And even right up until, we need to just go back a little bit because obviously I need to explain and then we'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
Right, okay. So, going back to those tips, those were just TikTok tips. Don't hang on those every word, by the way. But, I mean, give them a go. This is what the fertility doctor told me. Okay? So, the CoQ10, yes, it's a must. Start taking them vitamins every day. And then the other one was NMN support. So that's for cellular energy repair for decline in age, which is, it's good for your egg support then. And vitamin D. So I took those religiously. And then that was kind of since April. That was April that we went for that appointment in IVF Australia.
God.
I know, which is crazy when you think of it. So then we done the cycle tracking. So the cycle tracking is essentially they take in, they do your bloods and they do your scans and they can tell sort of when you're going to ovulate and what your hormone levels are like. It's actually crazy what they can do. As soon as I walked into that clinic though, I just felt like this weight of this world was off my shoulders and I was like, filled with so much confidence because Dr. Tierney was like, we're going to get you pregnant, Gemma.
But like, what was that? Darling, we're going to get you.
We'll get you pregnant.
Darling.
Don't worry.
Like, we loved it.
We loved it. It was...
need to come to the next appointment.
Yeah.
The vibes.
It was amazing. So then she had sent me for a Hegarty, and Hegarty is a procedure to sort of investigate what's going on if you have any fertility issues. So it has a look at your uterus and your fallopian tubes. And once I got the Hegarty done, they told me you are going to be super fertile for 1 to 3 months.
That was the flush?
That was the flush.
Yes, I've had that too.
The flush. So they done that and that paired along with the cycle tracking. So back in for bloods every single day, back in for scans every day, seeing where I'm at in my cycle. And that was the successful cycle.
I think you're forgetting one thing.
Oh, sorry. In the midst of this all, my house flooded. And I had to move in with Sinead and Sam.
And yes, he made her meditate morning and at night and get her calm as fuck. And she's like, it's the Hegarty. I was like, babe.
I'm like to Sinead, it was the medical intervention. She's like, no, babes, it was meditation. I said, as soon as I moved into this house, I hope there is baby dust everywhere.
No, can we do? So basically, I went to New York, obviously, to go get engaged. And then she texted me a photo of like a selfie in our bed, and she goes, "Oh, your bed is full of baby dust." And I was like, and it fucking was.
It was. So that's what you need to do. You need to move in with your pregnant best friend and sync your hormones.
Yes. Like, how good is that? And then that was my birthday wish.
Yeah,
I donated my birthday wish. I have a wee video, and I was like, I just really want Gemma's wish to come true. And then this blew it out that month. Right.
I know.
It's the wish.
That's the wish.
Like, I'm magic. I'm a witch. Like,
I know, but it just all feels so very surreal. Like, I just can't even believe that we're sitting here. And then obviously I kept it a secret for the last 4 months, which has killed you.
It's been horrendous. And even like people text me like, you know, like my best friends at home, like my sister-in-law, they're like, oh my God. And I was like, no, I know, I was dying to tell you, but I just couldn't. It was horrendous.
Yeah, I just felt this like sense of right, I just really want to protect this. And obviously everybody knows how fragile pregnancies can be. And I just wanted to make it to the next step and get confirmation that everything was going to be viable. And yeah, thank God we got there in the end.
I know, because I think as well, like, that was my fault, because when you have a friend that went through a miscarriage, then like, we were all
But
panicking
not your
too.
fault, not your fault.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
before we would have been like,
Oh, we were, yeah.
like we were before.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I also think because it took so long, I know for other people it takes longer as well. I'm not trying to say that it was so long. Obviously it was in my eyes a long time, but I know people deal with this for years and years. But yeah, I just think because there was each month was like a fail, another fail, another fail. Eventually getting that positive, it felt so surreal. It did not feel real at all. Like there was not 1 ounce of me was thinking like, oh, I'm just going to get pregnant. Like I was fully convinced that we were going the full route of IVF, not just the first steps of the clinic helping me. I was just fully prepared to have to go the whole hog. So yeah, it was just the biggest shock of my life then.
I know. And she was like waiting, because she was like, oh, I'm going to get, you were doing bloods.
Yeah.
And they were obviously going to tell her that she's pregnant. And I turned around to her and I was like, are you just going to find out like that, like through the phone?
know.
Like, and then I think that day, then you went off on your own wee.
Yeah, so Sinead had said to me, yeah, I was getting my bloods done, and at this point I'd fallen out with the pregnancy tests. And she was like to me, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're just going to go for a blood test tomorrow and they're just going to tell you over the phone if you're pregnant or not. Like, would you not just want to have the moment with Niall? As soon as she said that, I was like, something just went off in my head, and I was like, I fucking think I'm pregnant. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I was just like, get me to a chemist right now. I need to get a pregnancy test and I need to pee on this with Niall this evening. So we waited for him to come home from work. I didn't tell Sinead because I still wanted to try and have the surprise her.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, I'll just let her think that I'm just getting the bloods tomorrow. So I text Niall. I says, I'm going to the chemist here. It was 444 in the car. Took a picture of the thing and everything. I was like, no, I'm pregnant.
Babes, I seen 444 my engagement day and I was like, I'm getting engaged.
What is this magical number for us? And I text him and I says, right, whenever you come in from work, because obviously we were living with Sinead and Sam at the time, I said, whenever you come in from work, just barge straight into the toilet and I'll just already be in there. I'll have already peed in my wee disposable cup and we'll just be waiting ready to go. And you had been out, you were away to acupuncture.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you were. But I wasn't sure if she had came home or not. So I was in the toilet and me and Niall were whispering to each other. The video is so funny. Like we're whispering, trying not to make a sound. And we done the test and obviously turned it around and it was positive. Ripped open another one straight away because I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way that that's positive. Opened up the other one and yeah, sure as hell. The two of them were just bright as anything. And not even 20 minutes later, I think I came out of the bathroom.
The video of her telling me, guys, it's so funny.
I need to actually post it, but you will die laughing. It's so funny. Sinead was making this recipe and she was covered in flour and dough. Oh my God.
And I swear I cook. Like,
I know.
Never cook.
I was like a one-off. It was a one-off recipe that she was doing, but it worked out perfect because she thought I was setting up the camera to just record her doing this recipe for us for dinner. And I was like to her, oh my goodness, who all's eating? Is it you, Sam, Niall, your baby, and my baby? And she nearly dies, but like she's flour all over
And
her
guys,
hands.
if you know me, I don't cry. Like, but I used to visualize like how I was going to feel when you told me. Like, I used to like in my meditations, right, let's visualize Gemma telling me now, just so that I could bring it into the universe and bring it into the energy. And then every time that I was visualizing it, I was like crying in my own meditation or whatever. And I was like, God, I think this might be the first time that I really go into like a cultivation of tears. Do you know what I mean?
And you were.
I wasn't well.
Yeah, she wasn't well.
Okay, no, because it's
so
just
nice.
like so hard whenever we're both going through it. And then I was going, what I went through then, the miscarriage, and then you were going through your struggles. And then I got the good news. And then we were waiting on your news. And it was such a struggle to try and navigate and like I've seen so many negative tests from you.
Yeah.
Like so many videos, so many things, did it for yourselves. And we were obviously trying to navigate that friendship as well, which I think would be a nice thing to talk about now. Like, how do you navigate a friendship where one person is pregnant, the other person's
Struggling.
trying
The struggles.
So we can tell you one thing not to do.
Well,
Whenever we were in my house,
what did we do?
we took a pregnancy test. We were like, right, you're pregnant, you've got some bibs. So we took a pregnancy test, and we were thinking, right, Gemma's going to be pregnant, and whatever. She took the pregnancy test, it was negative, right, whatever. But then that day, we were going to tell my family that I was pregnant. And I was like, and it's so funny because obviously we went out for dinner with all my aunties. Gemma came along. She was the one videoing it. And I'm like, anyway, we've just told her everything's good. And Gemma was just like looking like you could see. She was trying so hard to not be sad. But obviously, like you were obviously just trying your best for me. And then I was trying.
I think there was definitely like common ground between us to know that this is a bit sensitive, but like I had the best evening ever with your family and them finding out, and I would never have wanted to take anything away from your news. I mean, but obviously imagine it had came back that day and it was positive, we'd have been dancing. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people, we are very communicative of how we're feeling. And
I was like, right, babe, see if I'm talking about this, does this annoy you? You're like, no. Even if it annoys, even if I felt something, like what you're doing is not triggering. Even like if I feel sad, then that's my issue. Yeah. And like I used to be like, no, but like tell me so that we can. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much about my pregnancy when you're feeling sad, but like I think. And what I always say to people is that even whenever I was going through my thing and like I was going through the miscarriage or whatever, and people were getting pregnant around me, I was always like, I used to always pretend and imagine that I was them. Yeah. I'm getting that news. No, I know. Instead of being offended, I would try and switch it.
Yeah. Oh, I would never be offended. And like, obviously,
but people do. It is really hard for people.
It's very triggering, especially like the further into the journey you have to go. Like, it can be just such a struggle for people. And I totally get it. But I just done my best to always just try and stay as positive as possible and know that my day would come. Like I actually never lost the faith that like this will happen for us. I knew it was just like a timing thing. And to be honest, when I look back now, the timing could not have been any more perfect right now. Like there's no way that.
And it would have been 1 month left, wasn't there? Before like she wasn't going to try for a few months because she was going to go home for her brother's wedding. And I remember being like, babes, it's going to be fine. But honestly, I was so sad for me because I knew if it didn't happen this dream. And do you remember that morning we did a meditation and we visualised having, I goes to baby boys, but she's not finding out.
Oh yeah, I'm not finding out the gender. Sinead's sick.
Me and Niall are the same and her and Sam are the same, and like I'm like, can you not just tell me? And I said to her, I was like, I will pay for your gender reveal party and do like a big ha or what. She was like, no.
Guys, I'm like, that's not a bit of me. I just want my husband to announce to me on that birthing table what that baby is. And yeah, I don't know, I just have always had that in my sort of dream, like the same way you dream to find out what it is. Like I equally just dream to just have that surprise and that reveal on that day between me and Nell. I think it'll just be very special.
It's so funny because obviously she's got like, here you get a blood test and it can tell you really early.
Oh yeah.
She's got the blood test sitting in her house. Or it's hidden.
It's hidden. It's an NIPT test, it's called. It's like an early chromosome test, but the gender is also in it. And when I was going for my scan there, I had to take it to the 14-week scan as well, actually. And the girl was rang me before. She says, oh, you need to send us over your NIPT. Can you just open it up there and take a picture? And like for a split second, I was like, and then I was like, oh my God, no, I can't do that. The gender's inside. I'm not able to open it. And she was like, okay, that's fine. But they rang me again like 2 more times. And then once I got there, weird. She was like, it's actually so rare that people don't find out now.
Yeah. And like Niall's like, I'm looking everywhere for it. Like I'm like to Niall, but like obviously you're not going to open it because like you wouldn't open it. It's like me, I wanted to know, but I had the letter and he was like, Sinead, if I find that letter, I'm opening it. I was like, what? Like he is like dying to know.
Now
Take your guesses.
Yeah, take your guesses, boy or girl. I don't know. I go like between, to be honest.
Like obviously I'm
Sometimes-
selfish because I'm like, oh, 2 boys because they'll be best friends. But
I
also
know.
like boy and girl is also so cute.
I know. And we see like all these cute little videos that we send each other every day, don't we? Of like the little kids growing up and they're by the beach. And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be awesome. Like our dream's actually going to be a reality. Oh,
I know. But I see girly vibes. And when I look at Gemma, I think she's so girly. So I'm like, she's going to have a wee girl. But then,
yeah. I was 100% convinced that Sinead was having a girl though. So,
but I think they actually nearly convinced me that I was having a girl because they thought. And I was like, no, I'm having a boy. But
yeah, I know. I was convinced that Sinead was having a girl. But yeah, I don't know. Just, it'll be the best surprise ever.
I know.
We'll find out soon.
Do you want me to find out now?
Do you want the letter? I said to Sinead, will you give me your list of your baby shower items and everything that you're looking for the baby and all? She goes, the only thing I want is the envelope with your gender in it.
Like, I can't. How do people keep it in? Like, I do not know. I'm like, no. And I'm also like, I just want to be chilling with my friends, like finding out that way, I guess. But I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of like, do you think that we're fully caught up with everything that's happened?
I think, yeah, that's a pretty good catch up. It might be a bit choppy changey, but for the most part, that's the gist of it.
We're not trying to have we don't know what we're doing with this pod. We are literally
we just want to chat and be chill and have a bit of crack with yous and just be relatable and give you a bit of a laugh and
talk about what we learn. Because I can, and also wait, what's type A and type B?
Oh my God.
I have ADHD, so leave me alone now. I'm diagnosed. Sam doesn't hear that, but I'm like, I forgot ADHD.
Got the excuse.
Yeah, I needed
the golden ticket.
The guy was like, why now? Why are you here now? Yeah. Well, there's many reasons, but one of them is my fiance is really annoying, and I need to tell him all the time that.
Yeah,
because he's like, well,
cut her some slack.
How can you forget? And I go, I've got ADHD. He's like, you don't have ADHD. I'm like, well, now
I know. I fully know that she has ADHD. I could have told you that.
Yeah, but you know what? I think my ADHD is worse when I'm around you because you're like my mom, right? So obviously, like mom does everything for me, so I don't have to think with my brain.
Yeah.
So like obviously when living here with Sam, I've had to, and obviously when living with Sinead as well, I didn't have to think with my brain because Sinead did everything for me too. So it was like this. I think I'm worse around you because you just do it.
Yeah.
Because you're scared. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my God.
So it might be nice. Like we're 2 different personalities. Both have the same sort of upbringing. So we've got that. We're both from County Tyrone. Both grew up with nice, loving parents.
Yeah.
And we didn't come from much like that kind of way, but we're just kind of, we don't know what we're doing.
We're just going to see how it goes.
We want, please write in the comments. We don't know what's happening.
You need to give us, I don't know, a bit of crack, a bit of stories in. They need to give us some.
We're having a section where you guys write in with your problems, your hormones and hot takes. Your hormones and hot takes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like we want to complain about our husbands and... It's one of my many joys.
It is.
Complaining, isn't it?
No, Sinead is a complainer.
I love
a complainer.
Actually, Niall would tell me more about your fights than you would because I'm like open book. I'm like, oh, Sam's took me to the fair today.
I feel like I just get over things so quick that I'm like, oh, as if that
doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter. I do.
I know, but I need to put it out there, and I need all your advice.
I know you do. But that's what works. That's what works for us.
Yeah. And Sinead's advice.
Yin and yang.
Yeah. That's it. What's it called?
Sinead and Gemma say too much.
Love that for us. We want to hear like your thoughts on this episode. We want to hear your hormones and hot takes. And we don't know the rest of the sections just yet, but it's going to be like a sectioned bit of crack, but also you will learn a wee bit because I'm still going to do self-development learning, but I'll probably teach it to Gemma on the way.
Yeah.
Because I've learned a lot this week. I'm doing a lot of baby books and yeah.
Oh my God. Right. Well, we're excited.
Okay. So
here it goes. We'll chat to you next week, guys.
Bye.
Mwah.